Hello, students. Now take your hand and put your fingers like this on the hand and feel the artery. You will see that the blood is moving in the artery and you can count that movement because the ventricular systole leads to this pressure on this artery. There is influx of blood. So the pulse is the alternate expansion and elastic recoil of the wall of the artery during ventricular systole. So there is influx, then there is a recoil, and you can count the pulse. It should be 72 per minute. If it is more or less, then there is problem with the system. So here this is the pulse rate. If you go to a doctor, then the pulse rate is seen to see your health conditions. Now, this is blood vessels. Arteries are deeply situated, whereas veins are superficially situated. So the blood vessels, they are arteries and veins, and then they break into minute blood vessels which are capillaries. Arteries, they break into arterioles which can expand to a great length, which breaks into capillaries. So arteries carries blood away from heart. So from heart it goes to different parts of the body, lower side as well as upper side. So here this is artery and this is vein. Now arteries, they are thick and muscular, deeply situated. There is an external layer of connective tissue, then the inner layer which is smooth muscular layer and which has got elastic tissues in between, and then the inner endothelium. And the lumen, the cavity, is smaller than the veins. Now veins have similar structure, but there is a difference. There is external layer, then there is inner endothelium, and in between the muscular layer is thinner, and the lumen is bigger than the arteries. Here they are deeply situated, here they are superficially situated. The blood flows with great speed in arteries, whereas the veins, it goes very slowly. So how the veins manage to supply the blood upwards and slowly? Not supply, it carries the blood to the heart. So here the veins, they have valves which prevents the backflow of the blood. So here you can see when the valves, they open, the blood flows upward, and when the blood flows upward, it puts pressure on the walls and it closes the wall, so it prevents the backflow. So here you can see how the opening and closing of walls takes place. So walls, this is the direction of the blood flow. Walls in a vein regulate the flow of blood in the direction of the heart. So walls are very peculiar to the veins, whereas in arteries it just flows with the pressure. Now here this is just diagrammatic how the blood flows in our body. So here this is the structure of the heart: right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. This is the structure of heart, diagrammatic representation. Then these are the lungs. This is liver, this is stomach, pancreas, large intestine, small intestine. Now here the blood flows from the heart to different parts of the body through aorta. Aorta supplies arteries to each and every parts of the body, which later breaks into capillaries. Capillaries are very thin walled. They are around 8 micrometer. If you open your buccal cavity, you might see number of capillaries in it. They are made up of squamous epithelium. So here the blood flows in this direction and then it is carried by the post vena cava from the posterior region and anterior vena cava from the anterior region. So now the veins, they collect the blood from the brain, facial region, that is jugular vein, then the subclavian from the hand region. They collect the blood and they join this anterior vena cava, and from the posterior vena cava this hepatic vein joins to carry the blood. Now let's see, the aorta gives out pure blood to stomach, gives out pure blood to intestine, large intestine, small intestine. Now all this from all this region, the veins, they join the hepatic portal vein. Now liver has got the hepatic portal system, that it starts with capillaries and again breaks into capillaries. Now the food comes into the stomach, it comes into the small intestine, large intestine. So absorbed food is carried to the liver. Whatever the detoxification or conversion of glucose into glycogen or deamination, whatever, it happens in the liver. Now after all this process, this blood is collected by the hepatic vein. So veins from the stomach, large intestine, small intestine, they join the hepatic portal vein, and after the processing, the blood comes out through hepatic vein. So hepatic portal vein and hepatic vein, which joins the vena cava. So this is now going to go to the heart. Now here both the vena cava, posterior vena cava and anterior vena cava, anterior from the anterior region, posterior from the posterior region, they collect the blood into the atrium, into the right atrium. From right atrium, it comes into the right ventricle. From right ventricle, it goes into the lungs. Here it goes into the lungs for oxygenation. It is carried by the pulmonary artery to the lungs for oxygenation. Here oxygenation takes place and through pulmonary vein it comes into the left atrium. From left atrium it comes into the left ventricle, and from left ventricle it pumps through aorta to different parts of the body. So this is how the circulation goes on. So this is double circulation in the heart and hepatic portal system through liver. So this is how the arteries and veins and capillaries, they carry the blood to different parts of the body. Arteries give the blood, veins they collect the blood, and this is how the same blood circulates throughout the body. Now the blood in our arteries, they form the blood pressure. So here the blood pressure, systolic, diastolic. Systolic pressure should be around 100 to 140. Diastolic pressure should be around 60 to 80. Now, if it is more than 140 stroke 90, that is the systolic more than 140 and diastolic more than 90, then you have hypertension. Then the medicines have to be taken to control this blood pressure. So, this is how our blood vessels, which are the branch tubes extending from heart to all parts of the body. They are the vessels, they are the container of blood. But these vessels, they help us to lead a good life by this double circulation of blood in our bodies, supplying oxygen, supplying nutrient, and circulating the same blood again and again.